is the dragon blood cocktail. So this is the progress so far. So we've been having these grapes in for 1 week thus far. So this is going to be the second week, and so at around Friday, Saturday-ish is when we're going to stage 2 of the cocktail, which will be adding in some whiskey. And for that, I have chosen this. Other than the fact that it has a nice bottle, I have no reason whatsoever why I preferred this over anything else. But so we're going to mix it in, and then we're going to give it another 1 week to set. Yeah. A question that is probably running through your mind is ratios. How do I mix? So this is the first time I'm doing this in a very long time. I think it's been a couple of years since I last did Dragon Blood, and especially in this particular configuration. Last time I think I used Ribena. Yeah, I used Ribena the first time, which again many years ago. So this is that's why I'm saying this is an updated version. So 2 parts this, 1 part this. So yeah, that's typically the ratio. And I'm sure you're wondering also, will the fermentation keep going next week? And the answer to that is no, because whiskies have a very high ABV. So once you add that in, all the bacteria that causes fermentation is going to die. So what's going to be happening from there is the mixing and the infusion of flavors. And yeah, let's see how this thing turns out. Though 3 weeks is a long time to wait. And this is the total yield of Dragon Blood. It's about 400 mils. Yes, there was more juice. Actually, kuna several fermentations that were going on other than the 100 that I mentioned. But I'll look into how I did the math for this. And generally, the ABV should be around 20, between 19 point something and 20%. Yeah, this is actually more than a quarter. Can't wait to taste it. My fast is ending at 7:30-ish p.m., so I can't consume anything before then. So just have to wait until my other tasters come through. Sam niwe ninangoja. Something interesting that I am discovering is that grapes worth 100 bob will generally give you 200 mils of juice. So this is juice that has been fermenting for a week. This is the additive, this is the extra juice I said I'll be fermenting. But this has been going on for a week. So yeah, so even the previous one, Ilinonoa grapes Zaso, and it yielded 200 mils of worth of juice. Sijui how, sijui vile huwa wanapima, but the results are pretty consistent. These are the grapes, and I have squeezed out as much juice as I can. Is it really juice at this point? But I've squeezed out as much as I can, and what remains is actually pretty good for consumption, if you ask me. I have someone who is tasting it for me already. Anasema ziko poa, so I think they're good enough to be put in a fruit salad or something. But tutajua tu, 7:30 haiko mbali. Sam is late, so we'll have to proceed. Yeah, I'm having a bad hair day. Maintaining long hair is just a struggle. I tried blowing it out thinking it'll be easier, but I'll just have to trim it, I guess. Anyway, back to the case at hand. So this is what we currently have. This is what it looks like, really nice. Although my brother said that with the ratios that was there before, once the taste test that we did at the time, um, you could feel the fruitiness, but it was ending at the middle of the tongue, and then you feel the whiskey at the very back. So it wasn't a homogeneous, it was not a homogeneous mixture. So what we ended up doing today is I added in the remaining grapes. That's actually why I fermented that batch of grapes, because I was kind of expecting that to happen. So I have this batch now, so it's fully mixed. So we were at 450 mils of the cocktail. Right now, after you added the 100, it became 550 mils. So I'll update the alcohol content, but on to the taste test, shall we? So say it is homogeneous, like hakuna distinction between the fruit and the whiskey. And it's just flowing down nicely. Unaweza feel how much alcohol is in the cocktail. Just a wee bit. Okay. Alright, so my turn to do the taste test. Give me just a wee two bit. Ngoja shot glass ziko wapi kwanza? Oh, okay. Let me take that one. Okay. So let me have this. So apparently it's now homogeneous. That was very important because you don't want tasting one thing one time and tasting something else some other time. But other than that, it's been 3 weeks of patience and a lot of work and lessons learned, I guess. That's Vedania. Ina feel kind of like communion wine. Kind of. It feels like communion wine. But hii ukicheza nayo itakuangusha mbaya sana. So yeah, there's a reason why it's called dragon blood. I'll make a bigger batch, maybe a liter next time. So yeah, stay curious, keep experimenting.